This morning, my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. 29 missed calls, 13 voicemails, 6 desperate text messages from numbers I didn't recognize. I stared at the screen, calm and steady, as if the ghosts of my childhood weren't clawing their way back into my life, because I knew exactly who had found me, and I knew exactly why. You don't forget the people who abandoned you. You only learn how to live without them. I was 12 the day they left me at the train station. We were coming back from a weekend trip. Something cheap, something obligatory, something they could tell their friends about. The train was loud, crowded. I remember holding my ticket like it was a promise. When we stepped onto the platform, my father grinned too wide. "Let's see how she finds her way home," he said. My mother laughed. My sister laughed. They all laughed. I laughed too, because I thought it was a joke. I watched them walk toward the parking lot. Slow at first, then faster. I waited for them to turn around. Wave. Call my name. They didn't. My laughter died in my throat. The train station grew colder, louder, unfamiliar. People passed me without a glance. Minutes stretched into an hour. And then, something inside me broke with a sound too quiet for the world to hear. I realized they weren't coming back. So I left before I became something they could return for. I didn't go home. Not that day. Not ever again. I boarded the next train, no destination in mind, only direction. I survived off strangers' kindness, shelters, odd jobs. I scraped my life into shape with bloody fingernails and stubborn will. But I never called them, never asked why, never looked back. Their absence was the gift that made me stronger. By 18, I had a job. By 21, I had certifications. By 25, I had a company. By 32, I had a life they could never claim they helped build. A life built on the ashes of their joke. Then yesterday, something shifted. An article about me, about my work, my company, my success, hit a national business magazine. My photo at the top. My story underneath. Public. Proud. Visible. And suddenly, like vultures smelling a fresh carcass, they remembered I existed. This morning, the calls began. When the 29th call came, I finally answered. My mother's trembling voice spilled through the speaker. "It's you," she breathed. "Oh, thank God. It's you." I didn't speak. "We didn't know," she stammered. "We thought you ran away. We thought you were rebellious." I hung up, because lies sound the same no matter how many years have passed. But I knew they would come. People like them always do when they smell money. I waited. They arrived tonight. I watched their car pull up from my office window. The tall glass panels overlooking the glowing city below. A life so far from the 12-year-old girl they abandoned. My father stepped out first, older, slower, but still wearing entitlement like cologne. My mother followed, wringing her hands with dramatic guilt. My sister lagged behind, eyes darting with calculation. Security called to confirm their identities. "Yes," I said. "Send them up." They were escorted to my private conference room. Bright lights, polished floors, a long glass table that reflected their distorted faces. When I walked in, they stared at me like I was a miracle. Or a bank vault. "My baby," my mother whispered, reaching for me. I didn't move. "You vanished," my father said. "Why didn't you come home?" Because I didn't want to be the punchline anymore. I sat across from them instead of beside them. A deliberate choice. A clean cut. My mother spoke again, voice dripping with sorrow she didn't earn. "We want a relationship. We want to fix things." And my father added too quickly, "We have debts. Your success. If you could help us get back on our feet." There it was. The truth. Their love was a transaction. I leaned back, calm, controlled. "Do you remember the train station?" I asked. My mother froze. My sister swallowed. My father exhaled sharply. "It was a joke," he snapped. "You were supposed to follow. You said you'd be right back," my sister muttered. "You left," I said. "You left and you didn't come back. You didn't call the station. You didn't call the police. You didn't report me missing." I paused. "Because losing me made your life easier." Their silence was confession enough. They expected tears. They expected forgiveness. Instead, they got truth. I didn't vanish, I said. You erased me. Their faces paled. Then I pressed the intercom. Security, I said. Escort them out. My mother gasped. You can't. I stood. You left me at a station, I said, voice steady. I'm simply returning the favor. My father lunged forward. We're your family. I met his eyes. No, I said. I built my family. I survived without you. I thrived without you. And now, I will continue without you. Security led them out as their pleas echoed down the hallway. I didn't watch them go. Some exits deserve no witness. When the room was finally silent, I returned to my office window. The city pulsed beneath me. Alive, bright, mine. My phone buzzed one last time. A voicemail from my mother. I deleted it without listening. For the first time in 20 years, the world felt quiet. Clean. Whole. Because I finally understood. They didn't lose me that day at the train station. They gave me the freedom to become someone they could never touch. And I took it.